Hi, and welcome to Own Your Voice. Today, we have Dr. Patricia Scipio. She is an incredible woman that I've had a pleasure of meeting, and I would love for her to really share her story today with everyone. And so, Dr. Patricia, which she likes to be called by Dr. Pat, for those who don't know who you are, what would you share with them beyond the titles that you hold? I know she's been in the corporate world and her expertise goes deep. She is certified as a CPA, CIA, CFE, you name that. But, I mean, the list is long. So, Dr. Pat, please introduce yourself and share with everybody who you are.
Thank you, Tanya. First of all, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. And, we go way back, so we're going to have some fun today.
Absolutely. You know that.
Some fun. So, as a certified public accountant and certified internal auditor and certified fraud examiner, all of those C's are really not that important. I think the most important thing is understanding that in the corporate environment, some of those things you get just to keep yourself flowing, just to keep opportunities for promotions. But the real thing is just being able to be confident in what you are doing and to also be the type of person who has an edge for continuing education. And that's me. I love to learn. I love to continue to grow. And that's part of just existing and being able to keep up with things.
And what you just shared is the thing that I love about you, is that you are a ever-evolving work of art, continuously learning, continuously growing, because things change, time change, and people evolve. And so being in the work is so crucial. And that's why Dr. Pat has so much to share. And so I know that you are also a certified Nichols facilitator, transformational facilitator. So tell us a little bit more about that work and why did you choose to be a part of Lisa's community?
Certainly. Well, certified transformational trainer. I would say the first thing is that there's this theory of right brain and left brain, right? And so as an accountant and as a CPA,
yes,
a lot of that is technical. A lot of that is on the left brain side. But transformation is more on the right brain side. And I just love the fact that it involves the human interaction, it involves emotion, it involves communications. And what I found was that I had learned a lot of that, throughout my career, but to be able to actually put it in action and to share it with other people. And I think that's what's really important, is because my work now, it's not just technical. My work now is not just logical. It also involves the whole person. And being a certified transformational trainer allows you to blend.
Yes. So, what's beautiful about this is that, Pat, you've had so many years of experience having done all this C work, right? And so you're able to now share this knowledge. You're able to help and guide so many people. And I love how you're blending, the financial world along with the personal development world, because that is so needed today to navigate the spaces, especially. Share with us a little bit more about how important it is to really understand your financials.
Oh, what? Thank you for asking, because one of my real passions is financial literacy. And the amount of growth that's needed in terms of financial literacy globally is just amazing. It's amazing. And the sad part is that they don't teach you that in school. And when you think of all of the training, from grade school to middle school to high school to college to all of these certifications, they don't teach you how to manage your money.
And I know a lot of people can definitely use and learn that work. And so you talked about financial literacy. You're in the emotional literacy space, and you mentioned about the global world. And so take us now on this global journey, which I know that you have been on with Top Talent Agency and our dear friend. We're going to give you a shout out, Ms. Melanie Soloway, to South Africa and Kenya.
Yes.
So take us on that journey. Paint us the picture of your experience and why did you do what you did, and how did you walk away with that experience?
So I'm going to take you back a little bit, because we were in Lisa's Certified Transformational Trainer program. Mm-hmm. And then after Lisa's program, I also had the opportunity to be in her book, Unstoppable, which became a bestseller. But part of being in that book, Unstoppable, was where I really was able to hone and understand the transition from corporate to being a transformational trainer, and also getting your story out. And I think that was the most important thing. And so going to Kenya and going to South Africa, it allowed me to just really get my story out in the public, get my story out globally, not just a chapter in a book. So I totally enjoyed the opportunity to talk about just being unstoppable, just talk about what it meant to grow up in the South Bronx, to be able to, have the challenges of going to college, have the challenges of climbing the corporate ladder, and just being able to be yourself throughout the whole process. It was just amazing, because it was not only a speaking tour, it was also a humanitarian tour. And wow, I can't begin to explain the feeling of being of service, particularly to children, to feeding the children, to talking to people in the community, to talking to the colleges. So it's speaking, and in a way, they give you back what you give to them. It could be just the smiles, right, and just the opportunity to just see other people. What I have as expertise is far beyond their expectations. So yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful going to Kenya and then turning around and going to South Africa. Now, there's a lot of history in South Africa, a lot of history. And so that was an emotional experience as well. But I would do it again, and we're going back to Kenya again in September. So
wow.
I wish you could come with us.
Yes, I know. I've seen the footage. I've seen the shares that you guys have posted on social media, and it looks like it was an incredible trip. And I am so happy that you got to experience that.
Yeah.
And what I realized is that as I'm listening to you, Dr. Pat, you talk about Unstoppable, being a bestseller author and being an international speaker, and the work that you have done, that you've invested in yourself. So today you're owning your voice.
Yes.
And you're able to own your voice from a place of more certainty and confidence. And so that you can then now share your story and share it in a way that, and I think that's what I love about Lisa's community, is that you can scoop them in and have this ability to connect, because I'm also a certified Lisa Nichols facilitator. So we're speaking the same language here. How many breakdowns do we have to break through? Yeah. But that's where the magic happens. And today, to sit here with you, to actually be comfortable in these lights, and to be able to really share from the place of the heart and speak openly. Wow, we've come a long way, haven't we?
Yes. And one of the things that Lisa says is that you have to transform yourself before you can transform others.
Yes.
And you talked about how many breakthroughs that we've had to have. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's really important as part of that community, is that even if you're going to be a leader, you have to lead yourself first.
And I 100% agree with you. And I believe you have a program that you're working on called CEO Self, right? Which is exactly what it is that you have to first transform yourself in order to be able to help others, because it's one thing to learn the knowledge, but it's another to have experienced it, to be able to execute it, to embody it, and now to share it. And so through this journey, through this program, share with us a little bit more about it. We'd love to hear.
Certainly. So I I was able to, through my story, getting my story out of my belly, as you would say. And I looked at my 4 decades of working with companies, large and small, working with CEOs, working with the C-suite. And my job was to help these companies be successful, right? My job was to be an internal auditor, which is I'll go in and I'll ask you, well, what are your goals and what are your objectives? What are your strategies? And my job was to keep you on point. And I realized that as I was doing this all of these years, I was applying those same principles to myself. And so that's how this idea, CEO of Self, came about. And so now I have a course coming out, and it's called CEO of Self, and it's allowing you to take those corporate principles and apply them to your life.
Okay. So how do they get access, or how do they learn more about all the services, all the things that you've done, your book? I mean, how do they get in touch with you? How do they get to know Dr. Pat on a deeper level and learn about all the incredible work that you've done?
Sure. I do have a website. It's drpscipio.com. So that's drpscipio.com. I would love for you to go to my website. I have a great, excellent little feedback sort of project called Choices. And take this project called Choices, and then let's talk, because it allows me to get an understanding of you just by going through that little exercise. And then I will have the relationship and we can start to build it. And so I can share my course with you when it comes. But again, it's my website, drpscipio.com.
So check out her website, and it's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. There's so many incredible things that I know you have in the works. And I believe you're going to be a speaker at an event that's coming up.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about that, whatever you can share, of course.
So it is called Top Talent Hollywood. And Top Talent Hollywood is David Fagan and Isabel's event. They have it a couple of times a year. This time it's going to be in May, and it's going to be in Hollywood. And they have speakers and writers and media and content creators. And they all get together, and it's like just 3 days of fascinating learning and being able to deliver. They also have this time what they're calling Dolphin Tank. It's kind of like Shark Tank. That's going to be so amazing. And they have a speakers contest as well. So, come on out. It's great. It's fun. It allows you to be around people in your community and to also have an opportunity to share your voice.
So shout out to Top Talent Agency, David Fagan, Isabella. You guys have been doing incredible things. And I know all this mission that you guys have been on is also through Top Talent Agency.
Yeah.
So really excited for you being there, being a speaker, and sharing with more people all the stuff and the work that you're doing. So Dr. Pat, before we wrap this up, was there anything else that you wanted to share that I haven't had the opportunity to ask?
I would just add, I recently had the opportunity to talk to some students locally in Montgomery College. And one of the biggest things I expressed to them was to share your voice. And if there's anything that I wish I would have done earlier in my career, is tell my story and share your voice. So yeah, share your voice. And I think that that's probably the biggest overall wholesomeness that came out of Lisa's program, and that I get the opportunity to do with Top Talent now.
And so how perfect. You just led the way in for me to wrap up this with Own Your Voice. So for someone who's watching, who is brilliant, capable, and has it in her or in them, what would you share about owning your voice?
Well, I would share one of the things that Lisa tells us is that your story is not for you. Your story is for someone else. And when you're sharing your voice and you're sharing your story, you're sharing it so that other person can have the advantage of your experiences.
Yes. And you know what? Lisa is incredible about the art of storytelling, right? And when you know how to share your story and you can stand on your story and you use your experiences as fire, as fuel, as gifts, as lessons. Oh my gosh. The things that you can do and the ripple effect and just really getting to that place of truly being who you are authentically.
Yes.
And you speak from that place of truth. It's beautiful. So thank you so much, Dr. Pat.
Thank you
for coming on to this show and
being so
here.
fun. Yeah.
I always enjoy being in your presence. I mean, she's like the sweetest. So definitely go check out Dr. Pat. Check out her website, www.drpscipio.com. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Until the next episode, take care and have a wonderful day.